boy, say I broke the group.
Kenny's music was interested in two-face.
I can never break any band.
As a group, they were not making enough money.
I've given Plantation boys contract before, exclusives.
There was this cracker between Blackface and Idris.
In the long run, some stuff had to happen.
But he was even also plotting his own solo album.
They never intend to split.
It was Blackface. And on any day, that can break a band.
The band Plantation Boys released two successful albums, Body and Soul, in the year 2000 and Sold Out in 2003. The band broke up in 2004 under the Nelson Brown label, Dove Records.
There were so many factors that led to them splitting. One was the fact that as a group, they were not making enough money. In fact, that was one of the major reasons. They never intend to split. They wanted to go individually. They want to go solo individually and still retain the name Plantation Boys. That means going solo, do their individual job, come back and release an album as a group.
Everybody knows the story, like how the breakup came up and who went solo first of all, and all that, but it was a time for P-Boys that we were actually thinking of something different. We were thinking of going international, and we were also talking with people like Olisa Debua and the rest of them to start off something new. I think it was because of P-Boys that the Storms Records was formed at that time, because they wanted a label to use to push the P-Boys and they wanted us to go international, and we were very ready. But in the long run, some stuff had to happen because some person had some commitments aside from the group that we didn't know all about.
Relations were marred for many years, during which the band broke up and started their solo careers. It was rumored Two-Face broke the band, with the help, of course, of Kenny's music founder and owner, Kenny Ogungbe.
Oh boy, say I broke the group. Wow, man. Okay, one thing, Plantation Boys was Plantation Boys. We even had this contract that we had then. And there was this, it was always everybody was in the know that, look, everybody is free to do solo stuff. We'll still do the group thing. We can do solo stuff and still do the group thing.
When the rumor of them splitting started coming up to the media and to the press and everybody, Kenny's music was interested in Two-Face.
I'll be honest with you, I've given Plantation Boys contract before, exclusives, that because they were close to Tony, and Tony said we can do it without even knowing that Nelson Brown was there.
Actually, he wanted the Plantation Boys, you understand? But, there was this cracker between Blackface and Idris.
Tony Tequila was part of Remedies. Tony left Remedies. He pitched his camp with Plantation. It was said Damodeme Tanshere, after pitching his tent with Plantation Boys, inside Damodeme Tanshere, they dissed Idris. Precisely, not Two-Face, precisely and falsely Blackface.
Blackie never wanted at all to have anything to do with Two-Face. Blackie feels, okay, because as at that period, it was Kenny's music and Dove Entertainment.
Blackface dissed Idris. Idris was quiet then. I'm very sure a rapper is always a rapper. Later, inside Pass album, PASS, first solo album by Idris Abdulkarim, Idris now dissed Blackface. Not only that he dissed Blackface, he dissed the entire Plantation Boys. And if you don't remember, I will remind you. He said, Two-Face, you are the Plantation. The rest of the boys are just the boys. He said, Two-Face, don't let it go to your head. And Blackface and Face, if you all think I'm lying, you break up. Go do your own songs. And let's see who will be there tomorrow.
As at the time the group broke up, it was also rumored that they were all having singles outside the group.
Blackface did some solo songs on his own back then, you know. But he didn't do the full solo album. But he was even also plotting his own solo album as well, you know.
Then after that, Blackface released a single. The single also dissed Idris. And if anybody is going to quote and unquote, who out of Blackface, Face, and Two-Face to release a single, it was Blackface. And on any day, that can break a band. So now coming to say, Kenny Ogungbe broke the band, it was never so. Then after that, after you can, so many cracks, then Two-Face came to me. I never look for Two-Face to say, let me sign you. You can ask him.
So everybody knew that they were going to do some solo stuff. So but that 2004 was like, for me, it was like, okay, look, I have to do this now. I have to, you know. But unfortunately, somehow, when I decided to do that, everybody else decided to, you know, go for it as well. So somehow we now put Plantation Boys on hold. You know, so it has been on hold till now.
When the rumor of Two-Face going to Kenny's Music was now becoming strong, because I had 3 years contract and 2 albums. From 2000, October 1st, 2000 to September 31st, 2003. But the only thing that binds them was the fact that in between that 3 years, they are going to do 2 albums. That was why they did the second album with me.
Blackface never showed up, Face never showed up, Innocent showed up. Say, okay, I'm ready to go now. Say, really? Okay, let's go. I will encourage any man. You are talented, you are serious, you are humble, you are respectful. And again, you understand what you're doing, I will be with you. Then from there, this first single came out. If Nebara came out, nobody was saying anything. Then African Queen came out. The whole thing blew into pieces. Then the album came out 2004, Face to Face. Everybody, it was after that, when the album has been successful. You got to understand that. If it wasn't successful, nobody would say, oh, Kenny Ogungbe broke the band. But they will talk about me, they will forever talk about me. I love when people talk about me. I'm not talking, that's my job. That means Kenny Ogungbe is still relevant, either broadcasting or media or music. So if they say all that, great.
The truth is, we had our misunderstandings then. Well, we were Plantation Boys now, but Plantation men. So we learned a lot of things to that. I think it was only for the betterment of all of us to prove our individual talents, you know. Though it wasn't, we were saying it wasn't the right timing for him to do his own thing, but you know, like I say, God has His own ways of doing things. and He actually made us do our things so individual and came out nice. So yeah, it was a rumor that he left the group and all that stuff. Stories were going on, but man, he's a man. He wanted to do his thing, and then I think it was like a stepping stone for us to do our own thing too. He did it, and then he gave us that call and said, look, he has done it, we can do it, and we did our own thing. You know, that's the truth about it. Yes.
I wasn't part of the Plantation Boys, you know, team, but what I heard was that they were talking collectively to other record labels about going together. You know, they were. I mean, first of all, I think it was Nelson Brown, someone like that. They were thinking of leaving the original company, the original producers, original company they had been part of. So now they were discussing other platforms as a group, but not knowing that probably maybe Two-Face had other plans, or Two-Face was looking at going solo. So obviously, the effect really wasn't felt until Two-Face went solo, because obviously Two-Face's career took off, and as far as I'm concerned, became the biggest artist, and probably is still one of the biggest artists in the country. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Two-Face probably is the biggest artist in Nigeria. If you put alongside Femi Kuti and Asha, you know, he's definitely, you know, well respected. So the impact was more from the impact that Two-Face made as a solo artist. The other Plantation Boys, I think maybe they never really recovered themselves enough. I mean, Face has had some good tracks, Blackface has done his bit, but they never really recovered to take it another level. I think left to me, I would have said the other two should have just carried on by themselves, and gone ahead.
After Two-Face went solo, I talked with Faze and said, how are we going to do this P-Boys project? Are we going to do it as a duo? Are we going to get a third member? Or if we're going to do it as a duo, what kind of sound are we going to do, and how are we going to represent PB? Because PB is a niche of his own, so we have to be in that level. We can't be bringing some kind of music that is not Plantation Boys music into a Plantation Boys franchise. You know, so I was very skeptical about it, and I wanted to know what his take was. But he was like, he wanted to do something different, and that was the reason why me and Faye did not stay as P-Boys after Two-Face left.
The split, was more of essay. People telling me this guy is about to go solo, that one wants to, there were internal little that we got to know about, and everybody was trying to mend it, like, let's see, this shouldn't happen at this time, no, but it's gotten to that point where I think everybody's, they were all grown men, and, whatever decision they wanted to take at the time, you can only suggest and advise, but I think they went ahead and did what they had to do.
Following this event, it was established to the general public the Plantation had fallen.